turns out. Let's see if I put, probably did not, put our croissant recipe in with the cookies. There's some nice cookies in here too. We could make some really fun stuff. Excuse me. Nope. All right. Let's try again. Maybe they're in our pie section. Let me just check real quick. If OBS is being weird, it might be. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see. I can't see chat. That's why it looks weird. Let me figure out how to fix that. I literally had to go to my stream to see. Oh man. Hi Hippie, hi Flat Spin. Doing well today. I'm watching myself on Twitch because OBS is not giving me chat. That's problematic. Never had that one happen before. Close and read docket. Let's try. Yes. Okay. Let's put that over here. Come on. Come on, let's dock. OBS, you can do it. Yay. Okay, much better. Chat was looking very weird, and it's because it was not mine. Whew. Problem solved. I am looking for my croissant, my cheating croissant recipe, because making bacon wrapped asparagus and bacon biscuits is not going to put us to dinner time unless everything goes wrong and I have to redo it. But hopefully that won't happen. So let's see if I put croissants in here. I have a lot of good pies. I never make pies except during the holiday season. Are you guys like that too? Is that a thing? I really should do a brown sugar and bacon pecan pie at some point. That would be fun. Lots of cheesecakes. Sheet pan s'mores, which I've never had an occasion to make. My kid doesn't like s'mores. Oh, I'm dropping. Am I dropping again? There was some yellow. Okay, I'm gonna close this one out. Hey Darkwood, how are you? And that actually was nice to see. I haven't gone to watch my stream separately until it was being weird today, but it's nice to see that my closed captioning works. That's good. All right, we're going through these. None of these are my croissant recipe. Most of these I actually haven't made, which means they're not supposed to be in here because if I haven't made them at least once, they can't go in this. They have to go in the to try section. Rhubarb apple crisp. Oh, that would be so good. This one's dirty. You'd think I would have made strawberry rhubarb crisp, but I don't remember ever buying rhubarb. I don't think I made it. Okay, let's see. We're gonna keep working on finding that easy cranberry walnut pie. That was ridiculous. Made it for Friendsgiving in 2019. Always good to know. Dirkwood, how are you? Same with you, Flat and Hippie. What's going on? Chat with me for a second if you can. Lemon ricotta cake. I should make that. Okay. No easy croissant recipe in the pie section. It's in here. I've made it on stream. And it should be fairly quick to assemble before we get into the main point of the entire stream, which is bacon. So let's see if we can get there. Haha. I do, maybe my mic is being affected though, because I see that my closed captions say main queen instead of whatever else it was that I'm sure I did not say. Did not say main queen. Let's pull out the cakes. See if we're in here. Hi, Mordal, how are you? I just find myself with so much time that I need to find another recipe to make before we really get into it. Icing, Jamaica ginger cake. We're gonna make that one again at some point because we need to redeem ourselves. Hippie, you have a quick recipe for, oh, it is a cheat recipe, which is why I love it. So, and I apologize for making you apologize. No, I didn't mean to make you apologize. I just, with chat being so weird when I came in, partly because I had forgotten to stop the stream and it had gone on to do many things, then I was worried the tech was not working. But thank you. Thank you both. Okay, date nut bread. I've said that before on stream. We're gonna make that at some point too. I should pull out all the stuff that I know we're gonna make. But I still don't see, oh, Amish friendship bread, hippie. You're familiar with that. Yule log. I'll be making a nice Yule log this year, but way later. Way later. I don't need to pull it out yet. Okay. I promise I will find this recipe and we will do it. Well, honestly, you just make the yeast dough and then you leave it to chill overnight. So, if I recall correctly, but I do need the recipe in case I don't recall correctly. Yeah. Right. Well, it's not going to be in the pudding section, that's for sure. No croissants in pudding. Let's try other. Your first loaf is almost gone. It is so good. Anything like cinnamon sugar is so good. I'm glad to hear it, hippie. That's fun. All right. Let's see what we have in the other. Sherbet, baklava, peaches and sour cream ice cream, which I have not made yet. Cream puffs that are not cream puffs. Honey pralines. Ooh, AB's dark salty caramels. Got to make that sometime. Taffy. Fudge. Flatspin, how you doing? How is life treating you today? Rice Krispie treats. Jam, ice cream. Kranachen. I don't know if I said that right. It is Scottish. Marshmallows, apple chips. Keto scones did not turn out. Yeah, it's gross. I checked my notes. It was gross. Granola bars, those were super good. Churros, those were fun. Haha, quick and easy butter croissants. My filing system does work, just slowly. Okay. Okay, these are ones that need, some of these go in one pile and some of these go in another pile. So this pile goes back here. Dark salty caramel. Sounds like a chef from South Park, right? He'd be singing a song about it. Oh, if I could sing like Chef. Whew. So good. Smooth. Okay. Let's put those up. If you have a beverage of any kind, I have decaf coffee. Have some. Well, that's been what happened. Why are you not working not by choice? If you're not working, it should be by choice. Say, stick it to the man. Or woman, but probably man, I'm just assuming. Hello, Squizzy. I read your comment and like didn't read your name. I was so focused on everything else. I'm so sorry. Are you streaming right now? You come in here while you're actually streaming sometimes. It's pretty cool. There are bits on here. Here we go. I mean, all my recipes have bits on it. But let's have a look. Yeast, water, flour, sugar, salt, butter, but I won't need the butter today. So Hippie and anybody else who's interested, the reason this is quick and easy is because you make the dough, and then instead of like putting the butter out and then folding it and freezing it and then putting more butter on it and folding it and freezing it, which is the lamination stage, you literally just take the dough, roll it all out, cut it into as many pieces as you want, put butter between all those pieces, stick them together. And you literally have dough, butter, dough, butter, dough, butter, all the way up, which is exactly what you get when you follow the traditional envelope lamination technique. Envelope. Did the P come out? Don't ask if the P came out. That's a whole. So it reduces your messing with it time significantly, and so I like that a lot. And they turned out delicious and like flaky and dark and buttery, all the things that croissant should be. So it worked. So I'm gonna get on that. Dom, hello. You'd roll out flat spin and stick them to yourself with your dough butter. Roll it out. How many DCSers can you put between layers of butter? I'm gonna get some ingredients while I leave you with that image, because I'm just nice like that. Or I'm a terrible person. Let's get out our yeast packet. Let's see, do we have one that's open? No. It's so weird. I've had jars of yeast in here forever until the incident. And so now I'm back to packets. It reminds me of when I started getting brave about yeast and going, I'm going to be able to make something, you know, like a bread. I'm going to be able to conquer it and not be afraid of yeast anymore. Got through to the point where I was like, I have a brick of yeast in my freezer. It's this large. And then now we're back to packets. Hey, Cran. Doing well. Thank you so much. Yesterday was just an interesting situation, but I'm not sorry in any way about it. So, you know, we have real life conversations here, as usual. All talk and no action, flat spin. Ooh. You are, but squizzy is the butter. Squizzy's in every layer. Yeast incident, Mortal, did you miss that? Thank God. I tried to make cinnamon rolls, savory cinnamon rolls, on stream. The yeast was dead. I was like, no problem, we'll make some more. The yeast was still dead. Tried other yeast, a different stream. The yeast was still dead. So after years of being able to bake with yeast successfully and doing so whenever I wanted, suddenly I had no yeast that actually worked. So this is why this packet says October 2023 on it. I'm making no assumptions that it will be anything but fresh because of that. So just failure, that's all. That was the incident. Squizzy, are you on your TV? None of those ats are working right. Let me see that cinnamon roll. I should make cinnamon rolls every week on stream. That's what I should do. If I'm gonna do a teaching one, we should do a cinnamon roll. Oh, it'd be so good because it feels like it's gonna be hard. It really does, right? Are you intimidated by the homemade cinnamon roll? And they come out amazing, like ridiculous. We should do that. Okay, I'm gonna plan that, not for this week. It's already Wednesday and I'm like, I need some space, but soon. Mortal, you've had a jar of yeast forever. It should be dead. That's the thing is, like, I've heard if you keep it in, like, okay, Flatspin, no cookies today. Thank you for the alert, Crumb, of course. Mortal, yeah, like, if you keep it in the fridge, shouldn't it just hibernate forever? I felt like it was good forever, and then it died. And you're on the other side thinking it should be dead, and here it is. I always think yeast is, I mean, it's very cunning. It finds the way to live and prosper and make burps and farts and all the things. I'm reading a book called Gut. It's upstairs. But it talks all about all the bacteria like in our bodies and on our bodies and how useful they are and all these things. And so here we are playing with yeast and making it do amazing things for us, which I think is pretty cool. Like, we're in charge of the yeast except when we're not. And then you get infections and colonies and all these other things, but it just is what it is. Like, that's what it does. It burps and farts gases, and making alcohol. because you're on the phone, you don't type when you're just on the TV. I thought you did once. Maybe you typed from your phone when you're, I don't know. I know you had us on the TV at one point though. Anyway. Ooh, it's hot though. It's hot. I got this new flannel from the thrift store. Yeah, pretty good, right? Got another one. Another flannel that is blue and navy. No, navy is blue. Navy and red. I couldn't pass kindergarten, but I have a degree for some reason. So anyway, got a thrift shop flannel. It's nice and warm, and I'm drinking hot coffee, so I'm getting toasty, but we'll be fine. We're going to be cool in the kitchen today. I'm going to get out. What else do I need? Water. I made a half batch last time when I tested this. We're going to do the whole thing. We want to make, because we steal things from children's shows, we've been watching Junior Great British Bake Off, and they made a pizza stars, I think they were called, where you take 3 layers of croissant dough, and then in the middle you have like a pesto, and then a red sauce, and then cheese, and then you stack it, cut it, flip it into these twists, and it looks apparently like stars. I did not see it, but the flavor idea sounded really good, so we're going to try croissant pizza sometime next week, but I want to have the dough ready and chilled so that when I pull it out, I can immediately deal with it, because you only have to let it rise for an hour after you. So we'll do one stage today. When I get it out next time, I'll get it up to room temp enough so that I can roll it. Then I will butter it, stack it, and then I'll proof it for an hour, and then we'll be ready to bake, so I can do that within a stream. Flatspin, you threw your PC in a dumpster. Wait, did you answer my question? Why didn't you go to work by not choice? Are you stuck on the toilet pooping? That happens. Or you threw your PC in the dumpster and you can't do any work anyway. Always with the poop jokes up in here. All right, a bowl. Let's do a bowl. I have some. Check me out. I have a bowl. I was going to put it on my head, but then I'd have to use it for food. That's no good. The child, she used to put buckets on her head. We have pictures. If Irish were here, he could find some and put them on an overlay. But he's playing World of Battleships game? That's not its name. It looks like it should be called World of Battleships game, though. Big Defender issue today and it affected a lot of people, including you. Couldn't do anything. Really? Windows Defender? Like built-in Defender? Blah, blah. World of Warships. Thank you, Mortdal. You know exactly what I'm talking about, even when I don't. Yes, World of Warships. Yes, he's playing that. If it's multiplayer, go play with him. I'm sure he would love to bomb your tanker or whatever it is he's doing. I don't know. We haven't talked much today. We've been very much warships in the night. Only not that bad. Flat spin. You underestimating Squizzy's intelligence. Ooh. Defender ATP, the Enterprise. Oh, the Enterprise. Woot! I'm really glad at the moment I don't have to deal with any of that infrastructure stuff anymore. Because, so I worked last role on SharePoint operations. And so when anything went wrong, no matter whose problem it was, some people always came to me, I can't get into SharePoint, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because like the domain is down. Many other reasons other than SharePoint is broken. But yeah, it tanks everything, I'm sure. Well, happy inadvertent day off to anybody who was hit with the Enterprise Defender issue today. I did a lot. I went thrift shopping. It was great. It was stressful. It was fine. It was lovely. All of those things are true. And then I got to take the kid to the dentist, where they reminded her that when your teeth need to come out, you should pull them out. Poor baby. She does not like to pull her teeth out. She just likes to wait till they literally cannot be held in anymore. So she's got 3 loose teeth with the adult teeth coming like visual down behind them. We'll get there. Maybe with a crowbar. Just kidding. You know that. We will heat up Oh yeah, this is when I was like, hey, water is a gram per mil, and nothing else is. I had to measure my milk in grams. I didn't have to. I did measure my milk in grams, and I had to check to see whether 1% or whole milk had a different measurement. It was negligible, but you never know. Fat's heavy, dense. 160, I can measure that in here. Ooh, I wonder how hot my coffee water is. I make myself Americano, so I boil water in the tea kettle and make espresso with the machine and then just add them together. All right, we'll pretend that that's 160. You're throwing everything in the dumpster: phones, tablets, computers, going off the grid. No hair, but growing a beard this big. Have a solar panel for your microwave. I don't know. If you could only have one electrical appliance at all, so not off the grid, like I have my own generator, but like if you had a solar setup where you could only run one appliance, what would it be? I will answer for Irish. He would have air conditioning, for sure. No heat, just AC. Squizzy's putting the links in there. Oh my God, fiber. Do batteries can't, you have an industrial, it plugs into the wall. I see. Okay, got you. Now I know a little bit more about you. Here's stinker flat spin. All right, that is body temperature water if I ever felt it. So we'll put the yeast in. Only it's not all the yeast, is it? How many ounces? This is 7 grams. I forget how many teaspoons it is. We'll measure. It wants half of a teaspoon. I have no half teaspoons. No, I have one. Not that kind. I don't even know. Well, I was talking about a cement vibrator too. All of us were. But I will accept your answer. What? True. All right. Yeast goes back in the fridge to take a nap. Oh, it already smells good. Yum. Because that is the smell of civilization. Tea and bread. I think we've had this conversation before. Maybe something else, but the ability to heat up water was one of the key things. But also the ability to control yeast, to make it do things that we want it to do. Oh, I do need some butter. Only 20 grams, that's fine. I have some softened. Flour, salt, and sugar. You're just watching the yeast here, aren't you? Let's arrange. This is a Christian Minecraft server. Christian worships. We'll just pray until they fall over. Please do not think I am mocking Christians. I am a Christian, but some of the people who call themselves Christian are a mockery. Also, I can poke fun at myself and my religion because I'm tough enough to do that, and so is my religion, so all good. If you'd like to mock it, you feel free. Just be aware. Some people might not be super happy with that. We just can't take anything too seriously, right? Then it gets too serious. Okay, flour. 106, nope, that's my half. Now I'm reading my half recipe instead of my whole recipe. I usually get that backwards. You're a reformed druid, you're only allowed to pray in bushes now. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dom came back. Hello again. Oh, Daniel, thank you. I will hydrate. Please, all of you who have water, hydrate. If you have anything else, go for it. I'm not gonna tell you your business. Good stuff. It has to be icy cold. It does not. But I like it. This, y'all know, because it's my icon for hydrate. What if you have a saltwater aquarium? I mean, if you feel thirsty and you need to drink fish poop salt water, I'm gonna recommend that you don't. Yeah, Darkwood and Dom may be lurking. You need a beer after day, but you can't. It's hell. Aw, bummer. Good question, Daniel. All the stuff I said on the title we're making, but we are starting with croissants because that's how I am. So we're gonna make bacon biscuits and bacon wrapped asparagus to go with dinner, which is gonna be eggs, because Irish said if you're making biscuits, let's have breakfast for dinner. And I was like, well, bacon wrapped asparagus is not usually for breakfast, but I will change the rules so that it is now. So we have no rules, what am I saying? You're on the phone. That's all right, Dom. I'm just messing with you. Speaking of messing, everybody who was in Discord voice chat last night. Where's Red Raider? Is he streaming? What I saw was interesting. 160 grams of flour, by the way. Knew that was going to be too much. Just kept going. There we go. All right. Yeah, you know how I read the wrong one? It's 160 grams of water. Big difference. 330 grams of flour. Thank goodness I read it again. That's okay. We have days. 330? Oh, 333. Kind of want to leave it there. There we go. 330. Sounds better. Sounds reasonable. You love asparagus? Same, Daniel. I got 2 bunches and I roasted half of one of the bunches the other night. So we'll take, I got one with a bunch of little tiny ones, and then I got one with big fat ones. So we're gonna use the fat ones for our bacon wrap, and then I'll figure out what to do with the rest of them. But I got green beans and Brussels sprouts for other dinners this week. So that's fun. As Irish said, why not just mix it up? Because we always just have one vegetable. And I'm like, I just buy one vegetable, we eat it all week. So we're gonna have 3. And potatoes, which count as a bread. It's fine. Thank you, hippie. Yes, all sorts of fun in Discord. Well, a little bit. Daniel's getting off of work. Everybody was in your chat, but nobody was saying anything. Squizzy, are you streaming right now? You said you're on your phone. Are you like flying with one hand and like texting with the other? That'd be pretty boss. Sugar, right, 30 grams. You can do that. Most of my yeast sank though. That's not good. Oops, maybe I should be less cavalier. That's quite a lot. Five more. One more. Come on. Yes. You're just watching, you're not that coordinated. I don't know. I would believe it if you told me. Salt, yes. Okay, salt. Always. It's safe, you're full. Good for you. I should put trigger warning will cause hunger on my streams. Not for everybody, but for most people. I feel like it's a nice hungry time. All right. This is where, yeah, it's all at the bottom. It smells okay, but did not floof. Not sure what to expect. I have a slight trauma from yeast failing. Like, if it does, there's nothing you can do. But you don't know all the time until you get to the point where you're ready to do something big. And then it's like, no proofing, no nothing. It's like a rock. Squizzy, what did you have today? What did you get to eat? I've been hungry all day. I'll eat, and then I'm still hungry, and then I'll eat, and I'm still hungry, so. Hungry every time. It's debilitating. You're like drooling, like reaching at the screen. Ham sandwich. That makes me think of the song. Ham sandwich. I don't know the name of the song. Irish plays it in the car all the time. It's a good song. All right, so mix. Yes, mix, and well, so we are going to have a first prove before I fridge it, so we will see if it's dead. If it doesn't do anything, we'll dump it, and I'll try again later with a different packet of yeast. Because my water was not the problem. The water temp was good. I mean, it is pretty easy to kill them, but you just boil them. A roast beef sandwich and fries? That sounds good. I haven't had roast beef in ages. Yum. Great Pop-Tarts for lunch. Lunch of champions. I was looking for the pumpkin Pop-Tarts. Still haven't seen any, which is for the best, honestly. I have Pop-Tart dough in the freezer. I should just make my own. I'll just make like a pumpkin puree filling thing. I'm so smart. Arby's, they do have the meats, and they have really good roast beef. Anytime somebody says that, I think of Arby's, because they're curly fries and they're like just what a big Arby's sandwich thing. I forget. Is it called an Arby's sandwich thing? You know what I'm talking about. 3 donuts for breakfast and sunflower seeds all day, not even hungry. Dom. That doesn't sound healthy. You sound like a 10-year-old child, like that one. I don't think she eats sunflower seeds, though. She's like, nuts and seeds are gross. She'd eat 3 donuts for breakfast, though, for sure.
That's what she said.
Probably. That's because once you start eating sunflower seeds, you can't stop. You just perpetually eat them, so you're inevitably, you're all full of seeds all the time, right? I love that they come in flavors, too. I forget about that until I go to, like, Buc-ee's on a road trip or something. Then I'm like, oh, yeah. Ranch sunflower seeds. The Arby's part. It could have been one of many things I said, but I get that, yes. Because they have the meats. I need 20 grams of butter to knead in here, which means my hands are going to be all delicious. Let's see. 20 grams is almost 2 tablespoons, but not quite. No, 1 gram has to come back to the mothership. Come on. Yes. I know, it's not gonna matter that much. I'm gonna do it anyway. Not the good part. No, it's totally fine. The thing is, I know that it's all delayed, so then I have to think back several seconds, but the delay is always in question with me. Like, I never know quite how long it's taking, because sometimes it's like 20 seconds. Why do I have to get all greasy? Why is... Incorporate into dough by kneading for a few seconds. You're funny. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, it's so squishy. Can you hear it? Butter. Yes. Well, the nice thing is the bowl is all greased so that I can proof it right in here because it's covered in butter. Yeah. So happy Wednesday. Oh, yes, he films. Thank you so much. George's hot sauce was an excellent raid suggestion, and I'm glad that we went and said hello to him. I just forgot to stop streaming, so OBS was doing weird things when I opened it today, but no, absolutely. Thank you for the suggestion. Weirdly addicting. Yes, true. I assume we're still talking about sunflower seeds. Could be wrong. All right, this is as kneaded as it's gonna get. Everything is buttery. I'm gonna go wash these off. See if we can get some warm water in here. Oh, the gnats are back. Why? Every so often, a gnat finds its way in here and apparently makes babies in the sink. I mean, I'm not judgmental, but honestly, can you not make babies in the sink? I'm a little judgy when it comes to gnats. Okay, it says cover in plastic wrap. I always do a tea towel, so there, just gonna do that. This has no bearing on our work today, but that's okay. It needed to be, I wanted it to be done, and we spent some time hanging and starting croissant dough. So I'm gonna put the recipe over there. That's the next week pile, supposedly, unless I lose it. And I'm gonna put a 60-minute timer on. If it goes off and any one of us remembers, that'll be great. If nobody remembers, that's okay too. I'll figure it out eventually. Sea films, I'm glad you're doing great. Yes, yes, yes. Today is a weird day, but that's okay. We get those. Let's see, my hand needing anything else? I'm gonna leave my ring down there. Getting crumbs out of a fancy wedding ring is not as exciting as it sounds. Let's slowly make some biscuits. I'm gonna get a bigger bowl. These are small. There we go. So what I haven't done, that I need to do, is run the bacon chocolate chip cookies to the neighbors and see what they think, because kiddo liked it, visiting kid did not, Irish wouldn't try one until he did, and then he liked it, and I ate like 4 of them. So I'm thinking we need more taste testers to see like what's the scoop. We need a larger sample size. I pretend I know about science and then I screw it all up. How great is that? Okay, the thing that I don't have out that I need is my baking grease. Yes. Yum. So, those are all the bits, because I waited until it was starting to turn white from clear, and then put it in so all the bacon like bits are settled at the bottom, which means I can use the stuff off the top and it's going to be relatively clean. So we'll use part of that instead of our butter. It's just way too early to eat. We'll work on this. We'll be slow about it. I do actually need 4 teaspoons of butter, and they should not be room temp. So I'll grab some of this. Maybe I should put one of those games on here that we could all just play a game together before or for when I'm in situations where it's going to need to be closer to dinner time to actually start making anything. This is why I usually have like 3 or 4 different things I'm making on stream so that I can fill the entire space, because I enjoy spending the time with y'all. But I don't enjoy just standing here talking. Like, I want to be doing something with my hands, which is what I usually do with food. Maybe we could think of something else though. I was doing trivia for, I don't know, 2 or 3 streams way back when. But it was mostly Greek mythology trivia, because I let kiddo choose. And it's not that common of a subject amongst my chat. Gartic? Can I look that up right now? I will do it. Thank you for the suggestion, Hippie. I feel like your stream and my stream are very similar in a lot of ways. We're just chill and enjoy the chat, and like you do several things at once, which I enjoy, since you're doing like a whole meal prep and then the whole meal on Sunday. So I value your advice. Let's go look that up. I'm gonna put my ring back on. Otherwise, my hand will feel naked. Oh, look at that. Draw, guess, win. Is that what it is? Draw, guess, win? Gartic phone? Oh, Google changed my search. Yeah, maybe that is because everything else comes from World of Warcraft. And cannabis. I don't think we need the new game for streamers. This looks like it. You do like to chill with friends, yes. I mean, most of us streamers do, right? But I think we share a vibe. Not that I'm dissing anybody else's vibe. Not at all. Except Irish. No, I'm kidding. He's not on. It's so fun whenever he's on, because then I can start shenanigans with him. But it's fine. He had like board stuff to do, HOA stuff to do all morning, and then had lunch, and then is working on stuff. So he can have a meeting tonight with the whole thing. Sounds awful. I asked if I should go, because I try to be a good wife and say, hey, would you like me to go to the board thingy? He was like, no. So that was good. Arctic for streaming. Yeah. Yes, I would like to do that. I would like to go there. See, films, your streams are mostly different, but yes, we're both English speakers. That's true. You do not do cooking. Yes, I got exactly what you meant, yes. And coding is a different vibe, you know what I mean? I would not be able to have a family-friendly stream if I were streaming coding. First, I'd be looking up stuff all the time because I don't use it enough to not look at like the language references. And also when I get little stuff wrong, I complain at my computer because that's a habit I've had for a long time, unfortunately. So, different vibes, but yes. Which is, again, quite fine. We're all different. We should enjoy being different and celebrate both our differences and our similarities, right? That's what we're here for. You Google things a lot. Same. I love YouTube. I learned Lua by mostly YouTube and the language reference. It did help that I knew how to program in the first place, I think, because it was fairly easy to pick up. But, you know, I think after a minute of thinking logically, anybody could do the same thing. Tip for Twitch. Stream low latency mode on. I don't know, y'all. Let's try it. I'm feeling unrisk adverse. What's that word I'm looking for? You call your coding stream a colorful English language. That would be, yes. Colorful. And I could use a program that color codes my code. Man, Visual Studio used to do that. I like Visual Studio when I was doing official programming stuff. Okay, I'm pushing a button on this and I'm not sure what's gonna happen, if anything, on stream, because it didn't make me log in. I'm gonna exit that and I'm gonna learn about it later. Oh, it's still playing music, great. How about, let's not play music. Stop. Gartic on stream, okay. Hey Red, you are here. I didn't tell everybody about how you were unbuttoning your shirt yesterday in Discord. I don't even know, I came into that unprepared. All the boys were there. Gartic, yes, Smart Doll. Is Words on stream? Misha plays a lot of them, but they are complicated. Well, not a lot of them. She plays the one where we all put our little people on the thing. Whose name I forget now. Yeah, I'm still in a... No one warned you, Red. Quick, Mom's coming in. Put your shirt back on. Son, it's okay. I've seen it all before. Oh yeah, Stream Raiders. Yeah, that one's fun as a viewer. So I don't know what it would be like on the streamer end, but she's pretty good at it. What else should we play? I mean, like, what else should I look into playing? I probably won't be able to. Either have to share the URL or the screen. Oh yeah, so put a new thing in OBS and yeah. That's something I want to. See films, I haven't done menu in ages, my dear. I am sorry. I disabled it again because I do not keep up with it. Hippie does. Hippie's super good at it. If you're not following him, follow him now. Just saying. It's not complicated. The players do all the work unless you're doing one of the harder modes. Oh, well, that is reassuring, Mordell. No, I don't have a schedule either. See films, your opinion of me is a little too high. Bring it down. I literally have shout outs and Discord. That's it. We just talk a lot. I put my menu in my stream title, so there's that. No bueno. Oh, flat spin, you need to be a mod and start making me some bang commands. See, Discord works, see? Oh, and did I say, I meant to let you guys know, without paying for StreamGood, not only mods can use, everybody can use shoutout, only mods will be able to trigger the video player, unfortunately. So I'm not ready to know how the Discord. No bueno. So I unfortunately cannot yet find myself in a position to pay for streaming services. So, which is fine, totally fine. I mean, I would like to, I mean, that would be a neat feature to have. I might see if another free service will do it. StreamGood is the thing that Irish uses to, that he told me to use because he uses it for whenever somebody does a shout out for it to play the video banner. And the only problem is that I have shout out available to everybody. If it's only for mods, then mods automatically can trigger the video via StreamGood. But if I want like subscribers and VIPs to be able to trigger it, I have to pay StreamGood to put that flag in the URL for the video banner. Does any of that make sense? Tips, Warrior Queen loves making bacon wrapped asparagus. This will be the first time I will make it, and it'll be a very interesting test. I mean, yes, C-Films, I do use OBS, but I don't know how to put a video banner for shoutouts in OBS, so I just use the one Irish used because he did all the work. And I'm riding on his coattails. True story, that's been. Use Stream Elements, yeah. I have Stream Elements for overlays, but not for the video banner. If there's an easy one, I'll try and go find it. But literally I was like, hey, I should get that video streaming banner thing. And Irish goes, hey, you should use StreamGood. It's what I use. And I was like, okay. Streamer bot. Yeah. Yes, I'm using Stream Elements for the bot as well, right? Overlays and bot stuff. You know how I had a recipe on a sticky note? I did put the Stream Deck on top of it. Why? Did you figure out the riddle yet? No. For anybody who wants a riddle a day, Daniel is putting a riddle in his Discord every day, and I try to get it. And today's was really good. It was, let's get back to the cinnamon rolls. Okay, flat spin, in a sec. The riddle was, the thunder comes first, then the lightning, then the clouds, then the rain dries everything. Basically, I think that was what it was, and I can't get it. You can turn on shout out overlays, sometimes it's fun. Oh, yes, Mort Doll. So, Daniel's here. If I shout out Military Man, you're probably gonna get a screaming, like, jump scare clip. That's generally what Daniel has. And I usually forget it until I play it. And I'm like, wait, take off your headphones for anybody. And I'm late, of course, because of the delay. So yes, I've learned. Don't shout out Daniel as much. I won't stop. But yeah, it is. Oh, hello, George's Hot Sauce. How are you? Thank you for the follow. It was really fun to see you yesterday. I'm so glad C-Films recommended you for the raid. I did have to like you knew streamer life, like go clean the kitchen and make dinner and eat dinner and all the things, but you have a really great community. So glad you're here. We were just talking about how we're not shouting out Daniel anymore. Hey, chosen one, how are you? Welcome in as well. Yes, thank you, C Films. If I do it, it'll bring up the banner. I don't know. I don't know if I feel strongly enough to change it. So. Okay, so flat spin. What about cinnamon rolls? Do you know how to make cinnamon rolls? Do you want me to make an entire stream dedicated to teaching and going through step by step with any of you who want to? Because I'll post a recipe in Discord like the week before. I'll plan it out, and then I'll show up with my extra teacher hat on because I've already got 2 teacher hats on mostly all the time. That's how I live my life. But I could put another one on. You know how to eat them. Pro. Excellent. But you could make them, and then you could have them whenever you want, which is why I learned how to bake from my mother. She would not make me whatever I wanted, so I had to learn to eat whatever I wanted. You like facts, statistics? Absolutely, see films. Statistics are good. However, they can be used for evil, so be careful. That's too much like work. I don't know. Baking, you should try it once. That's all I'm saying. Try it once, see if it really is too much work, because a lot of it's like, do something. Okay, wait. And then you can chill and like whatever you want. Watch a show, have a beer, play a game, do headstands. And then it's like, do some more work and then wait. And then bake and then eat. It's not that bad. Really not. Used to make nut roll every Christmas. Oh. Okay then. You got tired of doing it? Well, was it what I said though? Make the dough, let it prove, roll it out, put the topping in, roll it up, cut it, put it in the tin, let it prove, bake it. Mostly it's inactivity. Mostly it's waiting for the dough to proof. So, but you tell me. The cleaning part. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. See, in most households, somebody cooks and the other person cleans. It's not how it is here, which is fine. But yeah, the cleaning does get tired. How many cinnamon rolls does Cinnabon make a year? I can tell you've been Googling statistics. Excellent. So that was where your stats comment came in. Tell us, C-Films, how many? I would like data, hard data. In the meantime, see, I cut 4 tablespoons of butter and I'm staring at the bacon grease that I'm using to substitute part of it. Don't even put it in there. Read the instructions first. Oh my gosh, Liz. Okay. 280 grams of flour. We might eat early. That'd be fine. How many have you eaten in a year? Good question. Not many, Mr. Carnivore. I did tell you about the keto cinnamon rolls though, right? They're amazing. $2.80. $2.81. Cinnabon's classic cinnamon roll totals 816. See, there we go again. 816 calories. Well, that is okay because they're ginormous. Also, they're not as good. Like, Cinnabon is not my favorite. Hello? Ayuber Gabble E 17? Is that Abigail in like pig Latin? I have to think about it for a second. Ayuber Gabble? Never tell you the calories. Flat spin, everything would be ruined if you looked at calories, like literally everything. 58 calories from a gummy bear. They're not that much, they're probably 28. Ask me how I know. Ayuber Gaibi. I'm trying to say your name. Welcome in, first time chatter. What brought you here? How are you? Okay. Tablespoon of baking powder, that's right. I always question that, but we'll do it. Ooh, and we have whole milk, so they're gonna be extra yummy. Salt, of course. Well, can I call you Abigail in Pig Latin? I can keep trying to pronounce it every time, but it's gonna catch up with me. Oh, George, I'm so sorry. No, I know. I left OBS running, which I never do. I left it last night after we rated you, and then goodness knows where I was hosting. So I apologize. Yo, last night's VOD, yes. Yeah, it's interesting. I cried. That's all right. I think the second time I've cried on stream, which sounds funny. Like, I'm not complaining. We had good conversations. But this is the live one. Cinnabon founded in 1985, 37 years ago in Federal Way, Washington. You're going to add more views. I have 15 now. I never even look at that. I don't have it showing in OBS. But that's nice. 15 friends to hang with is great. All right, mixing the dry, and then, yeah, we'll just go for it. Ring comes back off. Doesn't need to get that dirty. I'm going to assume that bacon fat and butter weigh about the same. So after I put in this bit of butter, I'm going to put in 28 grams of the bacon fat and just scrape it in there. I do need to get out the actual bacon at some point to put in here. But that will come after we cut the fat in and are ready to roll. I'm actually going to put that butter in my little dish. I'm making 15 people hungry, exactly, Daniel. Snoop Dogg streams on Twitch. I would actually watch Snoop. I think he's interesting and cool. He has a cool vibe. You don't have to agree, that's fine. But I think he does, so. That's funny. You're gonna add 100. Oh my goodness. That sounds fun. You might trigger my cake. My cake party. Thank you very much for the follow, Abigail, in Pig Latin.
I know you're hungry.
I know you're hungry. All right, so it is significantly softer than butter. It's been in the fridge and it's still like that. So we'll see how much of a texture difference it makes, because it will, but I don't know how much. So we'll see, we'll see. There we go, 28, oh, 30. Okay, we'll be fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. All right, bacon grease, delicious. Not sad about that. A little sad that I'm eating bacon grease off my knuckles, but hey, that's okay. All right, we will cut it in. So this is what my mom taught me to do a million years ago. My mom's not that old. I have 135 now. Thanks, Abigail. Still can't see any of that, but I'll just go ahead and take your word for it. We can have fun with 135 as much as we can have fun with 100. Let's pretend that I said that right. You're not the only person who's left their stream on without them overnight. If I'm in Snoop's company, I mean, I'll take it. What does he stream? I think he's a pretty creative guy. Does Martha Stewart stream? You're gonna help me be on trend, Abigail? Okay, we'll see. So this is rub-in butter, so I should be in there with my hands, getting them all greasy and delightful. But the cutting method is, like I said, what my mom taught me, and she used it for pie crust, she used it for biscuits. She didn't make biscuits that often that I remember. I'm sure she made some though. And so she made a lot of pies though. Maybe that's where my love of pie comes from, probably. So I like doing this part of it. And you just want to, you can do this in a food processor for sure. Snoop plays video games. What does he play? T-Pain streams on Twitch. I don't know T-Pain. Don't think I know T-Pain. Unless they were like in Friday or something. Which is a good movie. Not real family friendly, but a good movie. All right, so I just remember it because Ice Cube's in it, and I think of like rappers and musicians and stuff. Singer known for using autotune. Oh, okay. I know none of you would be shocked if I told you that in addition to not watching a lot of TV, I don't listen to a lot of music. I mean, I listen to music fine, like in the car, but I got stuff to do most of the time. I'm not that like listen to music while I do other stuff. I'm like listening to music and I focus on the music and then I stop and do other stuff. Driving is the exception. So, all right. Finn is some fat guy who can sing. You love your food. He can come on. We can do a co-stream. It'll be great. He can sing. I can bake. I can't sing. He may not bake. I don't know. All good. Thank you for the Cookie Monster alert, Abigail. No cookies today. Yesterday was a good one, though. I'm really pleased with how the bacon chocolate chip cookies came out. I think if I were to do anything differently, I might get the mini chocolate chips. Just because there was so much big chocolate, big bacon. I could have cut the bacon smaller and then made mini chocolate chips. That might have. But I mean, they weren't bad at all. They don't need much changing, if any. I might just be seeking the gold plated when I don't need it. So, all right, milk is last. That will put this all together. 3/4 of a cup. We got the milk. Yum. I forget. I think whole milk is for the pastry cream. But when I got milk yesterday, I got whole milk instead of like 1%. So, oh, that has yeast in it. I don't really want to put yeast in these. Let's rinse. I mean, it wouldn't do anything because they'd be baked and killed before they had time to do anything. Okay. You know what though? We're going to pour the milk in here and not add it yet because that's going to activate. Will it activate the bacon? See, this is one of those that has powder in it. So I'm going to add, do I have lemon juice? I might have to add vinegar. I will add an acid to my milk to make it fake buttermilk. Oh, let's see what I have in here. Got all sorts of good stuff in here. Oh yeah, there's some lemon. I prefer lemon juice just because, I don't know, because I like lemons. Always acidulate your milk a little bit. That's a little bit over 3/4. Let's cut that down. Good. All right. Just a nice squeeze. Usually it's a teaspoon. All right, and I'm going to let that sit. It's going to get chunky pretty quickly, which is fine. And then we'll get out the asparagus and the bacon. Cooked bacon and the raw bacon for wrapping. It is center cut. I do like it more so for that. Where's our cooked bacon? Right there. Irish did threaten to eat all of it, but he did not. Also, I do not think he would be able to. Ah. Thank you, Irish. They're welcome to talk for a while as long as they didn't start anything, so. But fair. Fair enough. All right, so we have the dry and the wet for the biscuits, and then we have cooked bacon to add in. Look at all that. Yummy, yummy. Hi, babe.
What's up?
You're so handsome.
Yeah.
You hungry for dinner soon or later? Ah, excellent choice.
Flat, your mod. Flat's good at the hammer.
Banhammer is welcome here. Yeah, Ruffles is my other mod. He's not around as much. He gets busy. Flatspin, you've been promoted.
So look at all this freaking bacon.
You get 1 free box of cookies every 6 months in
Did
pay.
you see what that bot said?
Nah.
Like, oh, you had 250 viewers. But it bot viewers.
Oh. I can't see any. I mean, I don't keep those stats up, so I don't care. All right, we should put a decent amount of bacon in. We'll put in the equivalent of, we put in 3 pieces into our, what you looking for? Fizzy water? There's a lemon and a lime and a Gatorade. Interesting if he takes the view bots away, right? Oh no. I mean, I did not ask for, nor do I want bots for views. I got better things to do, like talk to y'all. Yeah, I don't know about that mortal though. That's interesting. Okay. All right, we'll put, that seems like a lot. Let's cut it first, then we'll know better how it's gonna look. Never seen a bot takeover before, kind of scary. Is that like what does it do? It doesn't change anything on my end, I think. As I say, I'm a nub streamer for sure. Some people have been streaming for like 4 years. Like, oh, I know what this is. I'm like, oh, I'm just here to make some food and like, you know. I will put some chat games on. That would be fun though. Like the drawing game. That would be good. Skynet is taking over, right, Daniel? I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. View body makes you more visible for other views. It's quite common on Twitch. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it moves me up. Except they changed their sort algorithm, at least in my view. The last couple days, it was like, hey, you can sort by alphabetical, by views, and or viewers, I guess, and one other criterion. I don't remember what it was though. I know, I'm cutting it over here and making you watch the dough, which is not very interesting. Although me chopping things may not be very interesting either. Your mileage may vary. All right, well, let's put that over there. Oh, good question, George. Mortal knows everything. Mortal is like, well, you're one of Michelle's mods, like, you know, right, mods? Yeah. You know all the things about how to do the Twitch. I just read the terms of service to make sure I wasn't going to get myself in trouble. You can sort your followers by, oh, recommended for you. Oh, thank you, C-Films. That was the other criterion I couldn't remember. This does not look like enough bacon. Add some more. I mean, though, I might just be here all day adding more bacon because sometimes there's no amount of bacon that's quite enough. I always want a little bit more. Yum. There we go. Nice and crunchy. I feel like I'd be okay with this amount, but I do want them small. Because of the cookies yesterday, there were some fairly large bits, which again, I don't mind, but I think especially for the texture of the biscuit, I do want it to be, if at all possible, flaky. And so I'm going to make these small without turning into bacon paste, which I was wondering if I should try to make a bacon jam, but I did no research on that, so unless I do that tomorrow. We will not have bacon jam this week, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna save bacon eclairs for Friday. I don't know. It probably depends on how tomorrow goes because Friday's very busy and tomorrow should not be. So that might work. We'll see. Did I say bacon jam? Yes. Let's just say have front page numbers. Score. Thanks, bots. Flat, have you made it or eaten it? Because I know it exists, but I have not had bacon jam. It just has not crossed my line of sight, or else I would have. My views keep bouncing up and down like bots in, bots out, bots in, bots out. That's funny. Hippie, thank you. Are you going to go ahead and prep for your stream? I will be over there for sure. I'm not sure if we will come raid you, or sometimes Irish has other ideas, which is totally fine, because we do like to try and find, he likes to try and find somebody who has not, who doesn't have a lot of viewers, who just maybe starting out, and we can bump them up. So sometimes he does that. Kaya, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Look at you. How are you doing? What were you playing? You've had it, but you've not made it. Okay, Flatspin. I'm going to put bacon jam on here, along with our bacon hard candy that I'm not going to make this week after all. I might have another bacon week to complete out our list, though. We are having bacon donut. Yeah, that's the other thing we're doing, is bacon donuts. Okay, yes. I was like, did I miss a day? Am I like, You were playing DCS. Well done. What are you flying these days? Oh, thank you, Daniel, for shouting out Hippie. Yes. Yeah, if Hippie's heading off to do his prep for his meal prep stream, then he'll be on shortly, and he's a great person to watch too. I mean, if you think I am, you probably will like him, is what I'm saying. You tried your voice attack, which you set up yesterday. Worked yesterday, didn't work today. You figured it out in the end. Okay, good, but oh, that's so frustrating, right? Not that I know what the voice attack thing is, but when it works and then it doesn't, I'm glad you figured it out. You only have 3 modules. Oh, you're flying the FA-18. Well done. I still don't remember which one is which, because there's like the Hornet and the Viper and the other thing and the other thing and the Apache, and I'm a terrible wife is what I am. I should make a list and memorize it so that I can have conversations about that, since that's what Irish does. All right, I was writing at bacon jam. Oh, there we go, Hornet. See, I knew it was a thing. Thank you, dear. Aw, thank you. I am mostly mocking myself. I don't think I'm a terrible wife. I have room for improvement for sure, but Iris seems to like me, so that's always nice. I could make an effort though to actually memorize the names of the airplanes and the helicopters, because y'all always talk about them that way, and I've been around it enough. I could probably memorize it without too much pain. All right, there we go. Bacon jam on the list. Let's wrap these. Now, it said to cook them in the tray thingy. I will show you. No, I don't even have one anymore. You know that, you know when you get an oven and it's got that tray, and then it's got the tray that goes on the tray and it's got little slits in it? Apparently, you're supposed to cook bacon wrapped asparagus on that, but I have this. So I'm gonna do it on, I'm gonna put it on a cooling rack. The fun thing is that will have to come out. No, that's not true. I can bake my biscuits not on this sheet. I'm just so used to baking all my cookies and biscuits on the big sheet that I kind of forgot for a second that I have other ones. Everything will be fine. Hornet is F-18, Viper is F-16. Not good at remembering? Yes, you are, dear. You really are. You're doing amazing. But yes, it's something like that, right? They're all like numbers that are very similar. And then some kind of animal or thing. We all have room for improvement. We do. We do. Keeps us humble, but let's not be too down on ourselves, right? That's the balance. Well, thank you again for the raid. Are you going to get to sleep a little bit earlier today? I shall call you Kaya who never sleeps. All right, so I have center cut bacon, which if you've never seen it before, it's more expensive and it's smaller. So then you'd be like, well, that's kind of a terrible deal. But you get so much more meat in the center cut bacon, which is why I think it's worth it. So, and the recipe I found, I made sure did specify center cut bacon. It was center cut bacon or prosciutto. And so I'm gonna need to wash those scissors. That's probably yucky. So this will work well for the cook time. There's just more fat to render out of the bacon. Like you saw that jar of bacon fat that I had. This will not have nearly as much in the tray. So. Is fat meat? No, it is not. only because I think of it from the carb, fat, protein breakdown. And so to me, meat is going to be the proteins. Yes, they are marbled with the fats in a lot of cuts of meat. However, when we were talking about how they cook differently. And when we look at caloric and health differences, they're pretty significantly different. So I would say they are not. Bacon is good for you, just saying. Absolutely, creme. Actually, I mean, everything in moderation, and some things have... Nothing is completely bad. I'm trying to think if there's an exception to that. There's probably an exception to that. Okay, I'm actually going to get a plate for the bacon so I can use the whole cutting board effectively. It's good for your mental health. Truth. Bacon is good for your mental health unless you don't like it. So I started following a guy on TikTok who is like, gosh, see, I should remember their names of the people I follow. It's a Scottish guy, but it's like a fitness doctor kind of thing. And he likes to bust food myths. And one of them is, that you shouldn't eat any certain food. Like, part of his deal is you have your mental health and your joy in eating a good meal right alongside, like, try not to eat too much whatever is bad for you. So we don't use poisonous things as food. Generally, we could argue about alcohol or some other stuff. Smoking is not bad in moderation. I know people who smoke. They know the science, and if they choose to do it, then that's up to them. It might be better than what they would do if they were not smoking, like go run over people with their car. Smoking can absolutely be a mental health issue, especially because nicotine is so addictive. So, all right, it said to cut them really short, so I am. These are not as woody as the other. I had some little tiny ones the other day, and I just roasted them all the way long. They were very chewy at the ends, so we don't want too much. Flat spin spokes and eats all the meats. So I think everybody needs to find out what works for them or what doesn't work for them. Avoid what doesn't work for you. Like if your quality of life is poor because you're doing or not doing something, can you improve your quality of life? That is a relevant question, right? Cinnamon in big amounts is poisonous, bitter almond as well. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I could smoke a cigarette to save my life. I don't inhale things well, including helium. But that doesn't mean I think other people shouldn't. Bacon wrapped asparagus are the best. Do you make this often, Daniel? I think you cook more often than I realized that you do. But you've been posting food now on your Discord, and that's fun to see what you've been up to. A lot of you guys and girls are posting food on Discord, and I love it. I just like food, and I like to see what people are eating and get ideas and inspirations, or just share in the enjoyment. Oh, that one doesn't even have a head on it. I don't know. I don't think we'll do that one. I do like the asparagus tips. Switching to vape. Yes, Irish vapes, which is better for him than smoking. And that is his choice. You don't cook as much as you would like to because you hate cooking for just you. Yeah, I get that. I wonder if I would like cooking more or less if it were for just me because, well, I eat a lot. Like, I would eat a lot of stuff that they wouldn't necessarily like, but that doesn't mean it'd be better quality, I just throw a bunch of crap together and eat it, which is what I do for lunch anyway, when we do 3 different things. All right, let me put the knife over here, and we will wrap. It said, okay, so I haven't done this before, so this is all kind of new. So we're going to count them. 10, 12, 14, I'm not looking at chat, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So we'll do 6. There's 25, but 2, 4, 6. So we will wrap bundles of 6 in 4 different We could do bundles of 5 and 5 different ones. It'll cook the same. And then we'll have our perfectly even numbers and an extra bundle. All right, there we go. Also have to work on like if you're a girl, you're so exhausted, sometimes you skip cooking and do more raw things. Yeah, Kaya, I think that makes sense too. And especially if it's not something you enjoy or it's not something that can be made a priority, because other things just simply have to be the priority. Again, with, talking about what food, not being an enemy and not trying to struggle with food. If you eat food from a box or a freezer or whatever, if that works for you in your situation, that's good food. That's fine, right? It should never be, I don't like some of the stuff in our freezer, but it's just not to my taste. It's not because it's freezer food. Freezers are very effective ways of storing food and making it available easier. So why not? Knowing how to count things accurately is a very important skill to have. It is true, C-Films. It is true. I feel like there's not as much bacon on these as I would like, but center cut bacon is just shorter by nature. Maybe I should have cut the spear shorter so that it looks like there's more bacon on each one. But it is nice and easy to get like tight on there. So I will wrap these 2 and then put the rest of the bacon away. Tomorrow, so we'll have center cut bacon and we'll have what I call normal bacon. And I'm not sure which ones I should use in the donuts and which ones I should save for the pastry cream. I don't know that it really matters in the end. But I'll have a think about if one would be better than the others. There are other kinds of bacon. There's thick cut bacon, which I did not get. Sounds like a lot. You had a job counting. Somebody's got to do it. Especially in Switzerland, you have good control on ready-made food. So not much additional chemicals. And that is good, Kaya, because yes, here we do not as much. And it can be very easy to think you're eating something that is healthier than it really is with additives and sodium and stuff like that. You need sodium though. So we can't demonize salt. We just have to recognize we probably eat more of it inadvertently. Is Canadian bacon actually bacon? No, it's ham. I'm an American. I love Canadian bacon, not in place of American bacon. You got British bacon, not my fave. Canadian bacon, good on a lot of things, but not a replacement for American bacon, which is the real bacon. I know, that was very, it's very nationalist. Not usually like that, but I feel strongly about bacon, so there we are. We could have a vote, though. All right, here we go. Bacon. If you take a pizza from the freezer, you read flour, cheese, tomato. Yes. Yeah, and I think we have some places, like we have take and bake pizza places, which are like capitalize on that. Like you don't have to have it in your freezer. You can go pick it up on the way home and bake it, and it's actual real pizza that's been made that day that doesn't need all the preservatives in it. So you find some balance, but you do have to more seek it out. Do you like pork bacon or beef bacon more? Boar bacon. I've never had boar bacon. I bet it'd be delicious, but I'm all about the piggies. Pig belly. This stuff right here. Good stuff. I don't know that we would have boar available except for those who hunt, which I think there are some in chat who are talking about that. Pig hunting. Javelinas. Big ol' scary, jowly, spiky boars. Okay. That is our bacon wrapped asparagus. It looks good. I'm pretty happy with that part. So let me wash up again and then I'll work on the biscuits. I need to prepare their tray first before I get ahead of myself. Any more than I already am anyway. I do like a bit, you know, I'm going to line this with tin foil so that cleanup is going to be easier. Haven't decided if I'm going to save the grease or not from that, but at least I won't have to scrub it so much. Papa Murphy's, yes, that's right. 27 years ago, headquarters, Vancouver, Washington. Washington's been doing some stuff with some food. Yeah, they're the take and bake that I was thinking of, and that has been pretty good. My parents do it more often. We do not. I will make it, or we will just order Domino's. Honestly, it's too easy. And Domino's has the desserts that my people like a lot. So I tell them every time, like, I can make those cinnamon twists. I can just take brown sugar, butter, and cinnamon, melt it down, get some pizza dough, you know, twist it up. Like, I can do that. But pizza night's usually the night I don't cook, and it's because of that. Like, it's when I'm not up for it. So kind of goes around the whole point of the exercise. Okay, so biscuits. I think I'll bake them on a little tray and stick them side by side, because I did not realize until a couple days ago that when you stick them side by side, they get taller. And I like the taller ones. They tend to open up better. So we'll do that. There are little bits of asparagus everywhere. You found an amazing dry meat vendor. They do deer in the autumn, and I think you saw boar bacon there once. Neat. That would be really cool. It's neat to find different kinds of, for me, kinds of meat that I haven't tried before. We grew up eating a lot of elk that my dad had shot and frozen, you know, over the years. But like bison, really like bison meat, for instance. I love Mod Pizza Sea Films. That's a good one. One of my neighbors works at Mod. Very cool. Oh, and she gave me, they have a blackberry lemonade, and she gave me a strawberry concentrate, because the vendor actually sent strawberry concentrate instead of blackberry concentrate to their location. And she said, hey, I thought maybe you could use it. So I have that, and I'm ready to, like, looking at it, ready to make a strawberry week. See what we can make out of this strawberry concentrate juice. Looks really good. I'm back to lurk. Of course, no worries. All right. Let's see the texture. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, so I want to try and make this as normal as possible. It may be a bit soft. Oh, let's preheat. No. Smart stove is too smart. So the biscuits are at 425. The asparagus should be at 400. We'll go ahead and do 425 for both and put them at the same time. Then they'll come out at the same time. Which means this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream than normal. But if Hippie's started, and or if Irish has his eye on somebody else, then we'll just raid out, and anybody who wants to hang out can. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me at all. It's been so lovely. There hasn't really been a lull in the chat. Enjoy Sea Films wherever you're off to. Thank you for being here. Always enjoy the chat with you and the trivia. You're streaming. Oh, okay. Excellent. What are you doing tonight? Do you know specifically? And you are later, yeah. So you're going to eat and then stream. So you'll have a later start time. Eat it, Dads. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. What did you guys make today? This is bacon biscuits. We're getting there anyway. It got quiet. It doesn't get as quiet for you because you guys have the music, but everything got quiet for a second. That's okay. It's that normal lull in conversation. We can be mature and be cool with it and not feel like it's awkward. Because we're excellent people and that's what we do. My kid, all the time. Awkward silence. I'm like, baby, you know nothing about awkward silence. Just wait. She has no idea what I'm talking about. I jinxed yourself. I totally did, Myrtle. That's right. I was like, oh, the chat's just been great. Tumbleweeds. You'll do movie TV talk. Might do some rapping, might do some coding. See films. That's a very interesting mix. How cool. Okay. Well, neat. The music keeps it soothing. I'm so glad to hear that, Squizzy. Thank you. I have thought many times about changing it because I feel like a different music might impact my energy level maybe in a positive way. But since I don't listen to it anyway, and to change it all would be a lot. And I do have a vibe going. I'm going to keep the vibe. Every so often I just want to listen to some Green Day, you know? It's okay. All right, so that is a nice dough. We have all of our little bacon bits that I have chopped up, so I'm just going to knead them in, not too much because we don't want to make it glutinous and tough. Rating and running, of course, eat at Dad's. That's the funny thing about food and drink streamers. I think of all the categories. We're like, raid and run, gotta clean the kitchen. And then the rest of us are like, I know your pain, you go. You gotta eat the food that you just made. Completely understand. Thank you, Eat at Dad's. I appreciate you. You have leftover hamburgers. Nice. I like a good leftover. Like some leftovers you're not excited about, but a good leftover, right? That's a nice thing. I get excited sometimes when I'm like, oh yeah, we do have pizza in there and tortellini. So nothing terribly exciting, to be honest. All right, so now you can see the bacon bits marbled in. I'm gonna put this over here and intentionally quick stream tonight too. I am so good, thank you. Mine will be a little bit shorter than normal. That's the kind of day, and that's okay too. So thank you again for the raid, Eat at Dad's, and I will see you hopefully soon. I'll try and pop in whenever I can to you. You know how these things go. Yesterday, I think we raided, we were trying to raid when Lordy raided us, and then we had to hang out for a few minutes and chat, and then we just went off to George's, and then it's the way of the game, isn't it? Shrimp po' boys totally win. It's my phone. I like a shrimp po' boy. That's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna put the big bumpers on this. Hey, if any viewers are from Eat at Dad's here still, what did y'all make? What did he do? I want to let him go, you know, do the food thing and all the things, but always interested in what everybody's been making. I just remembered I have to look to see if the stove sang to me or not, because I completely forgot. All right, I'm gonna wax paper at the top of it. It just makes it so much easier to not have to wash my rolling pin. I had a marble rolling pin once, and it was nice because then I didn't worry about it getting dirty because it was easy to clean. I don't like to clean wood as much. I don't want it to get dirty in the first place, but it was so heavy. Why did the cow jump over the moon? The farmer had cold hands. Hi, Boro. I hope you are as well as expected, I believe is the phrase we're using. So, and I'm gonna actually flip it because the wax paper is bigger, and then I can peel the parchment off, put it back on the tray, and put the biscuits on. Boro, did you just come in? I can catch you up on what we're doing if you're interested, or anyone else who just came in and would like to know. Look at that. It's gonna go right off the edge of the parchment. That's okay. Perfect. Perfect enough. Good enough for us. You did just come in. Not a great deal. Humans being human. They are, aren't they? They really, really are. Humans. I'm well. I don't know. Like fine, but also like, kind of like, I don't know. Nothing's wrong. Everything is great. Sometimes it's just hard to feel like everything's great. Even when you look at it on paper and like everything's great, and then it was a hard day, like that's okay. So these are bacon biscuits. We're gonna eat a little bit early if that's okay.
I gotta be there. Like 6:45.
I know, that's why if we eat now, then you'll have time to eat.
Like now?
Uh-huh.
It looks raw to me.
Not like now, like 15 minutes now. These are bacon biscuits, and we're gonna bake bacon wrapped asparagus as well, which, yes, he did say correctly, is raw. But it won't be for very long, because we're about to throw everything in the oven. Kaya, good night. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Thank you so much for the raid, and I'm just happy to see you every time. So I will see you soon. Have a good one. Good night. Anybody else who has to go, that applies to you. I hope you have a good night as well. Oh, and Boro, we made, I should check my timer. We have 6 seconds. Classic. Oh, no, I don't want to open Microsoft Edge. Thank you for asking. You're ready to be crucified? You don't like bacon. I accused C-Films of not liking bacon, but it was you, Boro, because you were both in red that day, and I forgot who didn't like it. I knew there were a couple of you in chat who didn't, and that is okay. This will not be your week then, because everything is bacon. Well, except for this. So this, let's see if nope. Dead. It's dead. It smells nice. It smells yeasty. That was supposed to be quick and easy croissant dough, which you put in you make and then let prove and then put in the fridge and then later come back and like slice it and put the butter between it all at once. That's what makes it easy. For next week though, so I was just gonna leave it in the fridge, but it didn't prove. So, Squizzy, you and Kaya are the cutest. You're so funny, both of you. Oh, you uninstalled Subnautica. Okay, I may pop in then, Kaya. Thank you for letting me know. The drowning simulator just couldn't, I still can't quite get past it, so. As long as there's no drowning, or like straight up horror, like Daniel, which is great for Daniel, and don't do anything differently because of me. I just might not be able to come and do anything other than leave you a lurk. Traditional croissants. They're called quick and easy because you don't do the butter fold freeze, the folding process. You literally roll them all out, stack them all, laminate them all at one time, and then use them. But they didn't prove, so obviously I have more work to do. You don't just play horror, that's true. You are the person who I try to watch the most often who plays horror, and then I have to lurk. So you get called out a lot, Daniel. That's true. It's not quite fair, is it? All right, I need to re-roll. Don't know how I forgot about that. That's okay. Pure pie filling. Kaya, Squizzy's got some great words for you, dear. Pure pie filling sounds delightful. Has anybody ever gotten the cherry pie filling in the can and just got the spoon and just eaten it? It's so sweet. Don't try it, but it's so good that you should try it. You were working your way up to baguettes and croissants. Double failed milk bread recently. No. Was your yeast dead? Because that's where mine is. That's my failure right now. I haven't done milk bread either ever in a while. I have to think about it. I've made a lot of breads, so I may have made it before. Not on stream, though. That's where you got the idea. Squizzy's with me. Get your can of pie filling and your spoon, and we'll meet in the parking lot. Yes. So good. Lemon pie filling is literally just sugar and a little bit of lemon flavor and some yellow dye. Stupid good. The yeast is fine. You check before every loaf after failing too many times. Yeah, I feel you on that. I wonder what's going on. If you have any pictures of the failed loaves, put them in Discord maybe. You try and troubleshoot or something. I'm not an expert, you know that. But it'd be cool to look. It just won't come together. Different recipe, yes. Yeah, try that next, I agree. You'll have to look up more sweets in English language. Just call them stuff. Just call them your Zimtstern. Did I say it right? I tried. your cinnamon star, right? Okay, I'm actually gonna scoot these so they do touch, and that way I will have enough room for this one, and they should get tall. Let's see how big this leftover is. We might be able to, it's just a liquid. No, King Arthur's usually pretty reliable. I know that Hippie uses actual King Arthur products in their recipes. I've used King Arthur recipes before. I don't buy their flour, it's too expensive. But yeah, that is odd. Okay. More hearty stuff. Oh, my slab of center cut bacon. See, I'd be good at that game. Irish would be telling me to stop. Salty stuff. Oh. Oh, you use King Arthur for everything. Good job, Boro. That's nice. I mean, it's classy. I'm like store brand all the way. Okay, so I'm gonna do something I don't usually do, which is to take a picture of it before I bake it, and then also one after, but I wanna, now you get into the game. I know, right, Kaya? We can all do this together. Okay, so let me get the raw bacon and biscuits, because I think it's neat to see, especially with bacon. Like with cookie dough, you're like, yeah, okay, it turned brown, but like this is gonna change shape and everything, so it might be cool to see. All right, so we're gonna put them both in. Thank goodness for convection, right? I still might spin it, because the other day we had some odd color patterning for our, for some kind of cookie. What did I make that had, it was the cookies. Oh, it was the mystery bake on the lemon Milanese cookies, Melandroli. I try. Correct me, but I try. I don't know, Squizzy. Maybe. I feel like I could hold a good game with you too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I wouldn't win, but I definitely would put my best foot forward. See, and then I could use my chou paste. Oh my! Well, you actually do say that in French, though. Mon petit chou, which is cabbage, and then chou paste is like cream puff stuff. So, all right, $4.25 for 10 for the biscuits. Let me double check what I think the asparagus should be at, so that I know if I need to pull it or. See, I took a picture of the recipe. That's where we are. 10 to 12. Okie doke. So I might do a couple more minutes depending on the doneness of the bacon. But we're gonna make eggs. Oh, Irish just took my tripod mount. I needed that. I didn't prepare to use it, but I did need it. It's fine, we'll do eggs on the sideways. No, that doesn't make sense. It is not grammatical in any way. But that's okay. No, don't be sorry, babe. I was just teasing you. I'm glad you're here, though, because dinner will be ready in 15 minutes. Yes! My coriander spice. My raspberry coulis. See? A lot of good food metaphors in here. You got this. I'll teach you all the language you need to know, Kaya, for all the things. Or just use what you normally would. What am I, oh, eggs, yeah. No, I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Should we put some Parmesan on the eggs? The answer is almost always yes. And we only have a tiny bit of Parm, so that's okay. Portion control, we'll be good. I will teach you the way. You could go different ways. You could be like, oh, my goulash. All right, there's what we have of our Parmesan. The child had something with Parm. Oh, she had tortellini with Parmesan on it. She's always like, I hate Parmesan, it's too nutty. Now she's like, don't put anything but Parmesan on my pasta. Weird, but it's got bacon, so it's a compliment by default. Right? Good as bacon, right? Bacon omelet, Squiz, go for it. Be the bacon and coriander omelet. I'd eat coriander and bacon. I just don't have any. Like the cilantro part, like not the seed part, the leaf part. Depending on where you are, they mean the same thing or different things, so. All right. Eggs out. I'm going to take a quick look over at Twitch to see if Hippie's up or if Irish, do you have anybody you want to raid other than Hippie? Kanara's on, Rusty's on. Rusty was in yesterday. Hippie's live. Waybread is on. Two Girls, One Game is also streaming food and drink. So we have some good choices. Hippie's just an easy raid, you know? It's easy to... Oh, is Megan on? There are that many people that she's down below. Am I alphabetical? Oh, I haven't done sort options on this machine. Let's do recommended for me. Meh. Let's do alphabetic. At least it will have some logic to it. What? But it doesn't show you online? That algorithm is not smart. Whoever made that. Okay, yeah, we can do Megan. You keep me out of bed rather than trying to get you in bed. Oh. You two are so naughty. You can debate. That's what we need. Is a Kai and Squizzy multi-stream. You can just talk smack at each other like this. Cute smack. Damned if you do, exactly. No way to win, Squiz. That is the game, isn't it? Okay, where am I getting audio? Oh. Automatically, my browser opens to Irish's channel, so it was his... Check out his stream from yesterday. Ooh, Wobble Pop TV is playing Secret of Monkey Island. I need to go play that again. Minnesota Taz is on too. He's fun. But we can definitely raid Megan. You're too good, right? All right, Kai, good night. Sleep well. I know I said that, but it was a minute ago. All right, 4 minutes. Let's heat up the egg pan. I always think eggs take 3 minutes. They do not. Poached eggs take 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And I think that's why I just extrapolate all eggs take about that, but they don't. My people want scrambled. So you got to do the scramble thing. If I'm feeling energetic, I will absolutely take a poached egg every single time. But usually at this point in the day, I'm not, so I do fried. So kiddo gets 1. Good night, Kaya. We got egg white everywhere. Of course. Irish, please say you don't want Parmesan on your eggs if you don't want Parmesan on your eggs. It's a bacon parm asparagus extravaganza. When I do scrambled, my mother used to always add milk, and it does make them fluffier in a way, but I prefer just doing just straight up egg at this point, so the child doesn't know any different, so I'll just do that. Having a compliment joust, exactly. No, you're cuter. No, you remind me of a slice of toast buttered with the best jam. They do, they come up with really good ones, don't they, Irish? All right, a little bit of butter. Everything smells good in there. Let's just bacon parm asparaganza. I can't do it, Squizzy. But that's what I meant, yes. Bacon parm asparaganza. I think I got it. Okay. Biscuits are almost ready. Asparagus is not, so we'll see. She always wins, you're just saying. Mmm. All right, butter. Just a little bit of butter. All right. And the eggy. And then I'm gonna give three eggs to Irish. Babe, do you want 3 or 2? Yes. Yes, asparagus extravaganza, but I couldn't get past the, oh, Big Kitty has a catnip ball. I thought she was literally having an aneurysm. She was like all over the place when I see the little ball in her mouth. She goes crazy for catnip, which is funny because she doesn't do much else, like in that excited way. Okay, 3 it is. Thank you, babe. All right. Flip the child's egg. Whoa, come on. There we go. Pan's a little bit hot. That's okay. We'll get 3 in here. I'm just waiting until I can pull out the stuff in the oven to show you guys. Then we'll go off and see Megan. I'll drop in on Hippie though. And if any of y'all want to watch 2 streams at once, I definitely recommend Megan and Hippie. And Taz, depending. I don't know if you like that. He's got a more energetic vibe, I guess. More, I don't know what I would call it really. Okay. The great thing is I can make the kids dinner and put it aside and it can be like lukewarm or cold and she prefers that. She doesn't do hot food that much. So that's hers. This is Irish's. And then I will do 2 eggs. So one goes back on top of the container. 1 second, yes. All right, let's look at the biscuits. And I'm gonna leave the asparagus in. Biscuits are done. So let's just do another 3 on there. I haven't done this recipe, so I don't really know what to expect, but I think 3 should be plenty. So I did get a nice rise off of these, and the thing I'm laughing at is you can see which ones were rolled out first, and you can see which ones were folded over and rolled out again because you can see all the layers as they pop up and look funny. What I forgot to do, I can do with butter. I was going to take the bacon fat that I had and put a little bit on top of the biscuits, but I'll just do it with butter. It just makes them shiny and gorgeous. And yummy, of course. There we go. So nice. See, I'll show you. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference, but it does. It just adds a little bit of lusciousness where they don't look so dry. I said everything was bacon this week. Do I do theme weeks? I do try to do theme weeks. I don't always come up with a good theme. So that's that's often a problem with theme weeks, but I do really enjoy that part of like that challenge of being able to come up with enough themed items to stream for 4 days, which is now my stream week. So yeah, do you have an idea for a theme, Bora? I would love to hear it. I have a coffee theme week eventually. There's my sticky note back up there. And then I was thinking about doing a Harry Potter theme week. I might just, there's a channel redeem for a Harry Potter theme stream in costume. So I'm not sure if I would want to make that into a week or not. And then we talked about Renaissance food as well, potentially being a multi-streamer theme stream week. So yeah, trying to start doing more regular Chinese food. Ooh, okay. That sounds really nice. That sounds yummy. Where's my pepper grinder? Here it is. Ooh. teriyaki beef with udon noodles. I do like teriyaki. I don't always put the sugar in, which I mean makes it not teriyaki, you know, but sometimes I just can't. All right, that's the asparagus. Let me put some parm on his eggs and give them a good stir. There we go. Those can hang for a second while I get out the asparagus. Oh yeah, that's better. Good. All right. So there is our asparagus, and the bacon is now fully rendered. It just felt like it wasn't quite a minute ago. So, and all the bacon fat has drained down to the bottom. I might come back and rub all the asparagus in it though, because it's yummy. But that means we are ready to raid out. So Irish, if you want to do the honors, I would appreciate that. Otherwise I can. You've done Italian for the last few years. Yum, though. I love Italian. I mean, all the good stuff, right? Small redemption for pick a theme. I love that. During the next week, so I have time to, yeah, get the groceries and everything. That's a really good idea, Boro. Thank you so much. And to all of you, thank you. Bad timing for Boro. All good, all good. We'll hop over to Megan's, and if you want to hang there, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. I hope to see you all tomorrow. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Take care.